I swam a final for the first time in the Tutor Butterfly at 2019 at NCAAs. And I was a freshman at that point. I was at Georgia, and I mean, Ella East and Louise Hansen, they were the top two in that year, and I've always looked up to Ella, and I always knew that I wanted to be NCAA champion as well, like her. And I got good cards this year, and I was able to really have a swim of a lifetime. I'm really happy with how I swam, how I paced it, and really how it felt. I knew it was gonna hurt. It did. Don't get me wrong, but it felt really good, and I'm really happy to finally be able to check that goal off of my list. I've always been a back halfer, so I've always liked to focus on the last half. And the third 50 is just such a sweet spot. You can go out with some easy speed on the first 100 and then just really nail that third 50. And for a lot of people, like, that's a make it or break it in their race. And so for me, I've been training a lot with Maggie, and she's been helping me with my easy speed, and just being a faster butterfly and freestyle all around. So just a little bit of endurance work, and I just kind of rely on the very long base of training that I've had to become a back halfer. So that's kind of what I rely on, and I can give her props for giving me that easy speed on the first 100. Making the A final on the 100 was kind of fun. It was definitely a goal of mine, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know what I went in that race. I was purely focused on Maggie's race. I just wanted her to have a race of a lifetime, and she did. So that actually did help me. That was a confidence booster for me for sure. Just sort of get that speed out of there and run with that. I've had many fond memories of waking up at 4:12 and swimming 5 to 7 Monday through Friday in that pool. I've had so many age group meets there. I mean, I grew up in Cary, North Carolina, and once Greensboro opened, a lot of our big meets were there. So age group sectionals, like little mid-season meets, everything was there. And so I really think it contributed a lot to how relaxed I could be, and sort of how confident I could be in my swims, just because I was so comfortable with the water. I was comfortable with the lines. I knew where 15 meters was. It's a place that I'm really, really familiar with, have a lot of great memories of hard training. And I'm just so happy to be able to be a national champion in my home pool. I mean, the way that this year has been, it's just, I'm really going to hold on to this, because it's really, really special to me.
It was completely incredible. I was telling her she's definitely scared me on the first 100, just hanging back in the pack there. And I knew her strategy. She had told me a couple of times today. But funny story is, when we were actually recruiting her last year, we were sitting in Rick's office, and he had his Big Ten ring sitting out on the table. And I showed her, I was like, if you come here, we can get one of these together. And although it wasn't a team Big Ten championship, it really did feel like we worked together to get those wins this weekend.
Maggie, does this inspire you at all to dip your toes in the tuna and fly waters?
Definitely not. That's been a debate on my team ongoing for a while. Everyone is they're like, I want to see you do 1 200 fly, and a few of the coaches are on board with that. But Rick's definitely got my back when it comes to that. So that's definitely out of the question.
No, she's doing a 200 butterfly before she graduates. Mark my words.